Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch The Boys, Season 3, Episode 1. Today I'm gonna watch the 3 first episodes. You're gonna have them on different days, you know, but for me I'm gonna watch them all like that, you know, in just one day. That's gonna be cool, that's gonna be fun, that's gonna be long also because I forgot, you know, that the episodes of The Boys, they were so long, more than 1 hour, almost 1 hour, you know. So that's gonna be cool, no matter what. I'm glad to be back with The Boys. You know, I thought about it, it was like 1 year and a half, something like that, that we didn't have news about it. With a production like that, you know, I'm sorry, I have an air. With a production like that, which is using a lot of things, you know, to create the superpowers moment, to create the action moments and stuff like that, it's logical, you know, to take 1 year and a half, and it's even like, if it would be 2 years, it wouldn't surprise me. We waited longer for Stranger Things. So it's okay, it's clearly okay. I'm glad to be back with these characters. I'm wondering if we are gonna have a time jump at the beginning of the season. I think that it would be useful with how the last season ended. I want to have news about a lot of things like Homelander. What happened to you, guy, after what happened at the end of the last episode? I hope also that we're gonna have news about Ryan, Homelander's kid, because what happened at the end of the last season, it's really something that I kept on mind for The Boys. The consequences that what happened is gonna have on that kid, the fact that, you know, he used his powers because he wanted to do something good, but because of that he killed his mom, and the situation, you know, he was taken away, it was by the CIA, I think, not the FBI, no, the CIA, I think. So all of that, you know, with Ryan, he's gonna have PTSD, you know, he's gonna have some trauma, and he's gonna be all alone right now. So I'm wondering about the boy, about what is gonna happen to him. I hope that we're gonna have news about him. Maybe not for this season, maybe you're gonna create, you know, a background around that kid, and it can be useful if time is passing and we're gonna meet him again after that. We'll see. And for sure I want to have news about Hughie, about Frenchie, about Butcher, about all of them. The situation also, how did it change or not with all of the reveals that they made at the end of the season 2, like, you know, with the Compound V, with all of that, with Stormfront, the superheroes. I'm sure that people are still, you know, cheering for them, but maybe situation changed, like not everyone is believing into them blindly, not anymore. I don't know. I'm wondering really about the consequences of what happened at the end of the season 2. And you know, I'm really someone who is trying to avoid spoilers, so I'm not watching a lot of things about shows between seasons. The trailer, I watched the trailer, but it was a short one, the one that I watched about The Boys. So I didn't watch any promotional pictures, I didn't read anything about what was gonna happen, because I want to be surprised, because I want really to enjoy the stuff. So right there for this season, again, for how the season 2 was, I have the impression that we need to talk about the church. Like, during the last season, I had the impression during a lot of time that it would be an enemy, you know, it would be something that we had to worry about, but each time it was really like the story which was left behind, the second story, the second main story of the season. And for me, we need to talk about it again for this season 3, and maybe it can become the main story. But on the other hand, if I remember stuff correctly, at the end of the last season, the leader, so I don't know. I really don't know. Like you can see, I'm going with this season a little blindly about the situation, with some expectations. But on the other hand, I know that this show is good at surprising me, at creating a lot of awkward, weird, awful situations, but at the end for good things, you know, because it's gonna create action moments, it's gonna create a lot of things also to talk about, to think about, and at the end, normally everything is okay. I'm also wondering about that, the fact that we didn't lose, you know, people on our side. And first season, it's logical, it's a presentation. Second season, okay. I'm wondering, like, third season, it would be a good timing, maybe, to lose one of them. You know, Mother Milk, Frenchie, Kimiko, like... I love all of them, and I don't want to lose any of them. But for the timing of the show, the third season, like, it would create another thing for the season 4, like, everyone being sad and all. Just a thought before beginning this season 3. Like always, if you want to have my Patreon, if you want an extended reaction part of this episode, and also if you want to have them sooner during the day for the 3 first episodes, and after that I think that it's gonna be 1 day sooner, and no matter what, it's extended reaction part, so it's really longer for episodes like that, which are already really long. It's longer for Patreon. And what I wanted to say also... Oh, and also I'm warning you since first episode, so you're not gonna... You know? I don't want to hear anything, you know, in July for the final episode. I know already that I'm gonna be late because I'm gonna take some days of vacation, you know, I'm gonna go on holidays with some of my friends. So I already know that I'm gonna be late for the last episode of this season. I'm warning you right now, be aware of it, and don't come in the comments to tell me where is this episode, I'm gonna be late for it. I already know it. Okay, I think that I'm gonna stop this intro right now. Let's go for this episode 1. I think that we're gonna have all of the characters already. You know, I'm thinking about Butcher, who was missing at the beginning of the season 2. Really, yes, I'm wondering about Homelander, how people are treating him right now. What is his role, you know, his place right now. I'm really voting for a time jump. Ryan, I'm not sure that we're gonna have news about him, but it's something that I want. The church, we need to talk about it. We didn't resolve that situation during the last season. It was almost like just a presentation, the last season, of the church, of what is happening with it. We'll see. Let's go for this episode 1. No, it's one of their movies. I was like, it can't be. It's one of their movies, you know.
Stormfront. I knew you'd be here.
And you found a way in this movie to kill her.
How could you do this? I loved you.
You'll always be in my heart.
To make her, you know, the bad guy and to kill her into the movie.
Life is in my soul.
Okay, into the movie they made you the good guy killing Stormfront.
He's not alone.
With all of them.
What?
Some PTSD maybe? You're together publicly and all? Okay. Yes. They prefer to take a photo of her, not you.
Everything we've been through, we'd be here together.
Like you killed his girlfriend, remember? You still need to fight for getting popular again. You always know how to make an entrance. That's a real color, French blue.
He's having an insult. Pay the house to know. Okay? Is he source? My source is none of your fucking business. just photos. No violence, or naming, or
You're
torture,
giving him
or
orders.
stomping.
Oh, I miss you guys. You want to buy that game for Ryan? I want to have news about the kid. I'm afraid for his mental health. Excuse me? Huh? And now you're singing? Ah!
Hey,
For
I'm
sure.
Tyler.
He was fucking a Barbie doll and they were all watching.
I want you inside me.
Which side? I'm not sure I want to. I'm thinking, can I put that on YouTube?
It's the prostate.
You're gonna sneeze right there? Only into the boys. Really? The idea of it and to really show it, to go for it, because you can have the idea of it, but to do it only into the boys. Oh, don't let him go into it! No, no, no! No, 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 no! Get him out! Get him out! Peaches! Eh? Good, 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 good. Like a mosquito?
Food Bureau.
He promised to not kill. Yes, you can put it right now. That's the boys. That was so good! Oh, that was so fucking weird and... Okay, you have a girl, you have an healthy life.
So, you gonna stay over again tonight?
Don't know, it depends. You can bring alcohol fresh.
I could have sex with you.
It's very romantic.
I saw the fact that he couldn't do it and maybe it can bother him, Male ego.
That's your camera, right? He helped bring down Stormfront.
And he's dating Starlight.
You're a legend at your work.
I'll bet you a crisp $100 bill something got fucked up.
You don't know that.
Someone died. Not the person that you didn't want.
Still, Butcher delivers every time.
And I have to apologize for him every time. Look, Butcher's the guy you want in a shooting war. No question. But we're in peacetime.
They're close, they have a good friendship.
That's Congresswoman Victoria Newman. You're the wrong person.
We're best friends.
I will give her the message.
His way, pal.
She's not
Tony,
who she said.
she'll remember.
Not good. But we saw what she can do also, so...
Go ahead.
You're gonna visit Ryan. Oh, I'm glad. I'm not sure how he's feeling, but I'm just glad already that we're gonna have news about him. Butcher is taking news about him. Oh, that's nice!
I had another nightmare. This time he burns everything down and then kills me.
One day, you'll be tough enough.
I was afraid of him being haunted by what he did. In a way, I'm glad he's haunted by what Homelander did.
You cheeky little blighter.
You could stay.
I shouldn't get too close to him. I'll just fuck it up.
No.
You've been on the straight and narrow all year. You even followed Hugh Campbell's orders about strangling him.
No, you're just being cruel.
You're
I know
doing
you're
great.
not doing all that for yourself.
For Ryan? To be there?
Exactly. That alone makes you a better man than your father ever was. Maybe you're not such an asshole.
Maybe.
You remember my wife, Cassandra, right? Oh, did you see that profile that Malcolm Gladwell did on me in the New York?
He's a bigger star than you now?
How did you get this thought before me?
It was a fucked up mistake. That talent booker is so fucking fired.
Obviously, I'm a nobody compared to you.
Nah.
No secret, I didn't even write the fucking book. Jackie Love's ghostwriter did. You see?
Has a fake smile and just after that a right face.
I actually think they went pretty well.
You're stupid, Deep, so it doesn't mean anything.
Not know that Stormfront was a Nazi. Well, okay. So just as human as all the rest of you. More with Homelander after this.
Give them a real moment of truth if you want to have them back.
Really good.
But not real.
It's the birthday girl!
Oh.
Gotcha. Oh, you're gonna love this.
Thank you. Oh, Todd, over here. Photos. Oh, silly thing.
Oh, so sweet. You're part of this family, come on.
One dose of this temporary bee gives a soldier 24 hours of powers, give or take. And then they
Temporary.
return. And how much?
Oh,
2 million.
that's something that you're gonna sell, you know, to everyone, which can change a lot of stuff.
So how would it look if you pass up the opportunity to give our brave soldiers superpowers?
Maybe he's trying to intimidate you. Maybe.
When you say compound VE 24,
Mm-hmm.
the public hears Gestapo, swastika. You used a Nazi to sell it. Compound V is radio fucking active.
Alright, there you're only talking about the image, you know, the communication around it.
We've been chasing Jeremy for months.
I know, but after Butcher force-fed him a metric belushi of coke, I didn't have much leverage, did I? He's going to the Global Wellness Retreat in Malibu, and in return we're getting Cold Snap Stacker and Amherst.
Fucking B-listers, real.
How much is
You're
the collateral
trading
tax?
bad soups.
60%. 60%.